There are like 3 Democrats for life. Now, again, I think there are a lot of people who vote Democrat who may be pro-life. I can't imagine why. Maybe they found the one representative who is somewhat pro-life in the Democratic Party. But the Democratic Party as a whole is a pro-abortion party. There's no question about this. They are radically pro-abortion. In every available case, they are radically pro-abortion. But this guy, Charles Camosy, says, I should not speak at the March for Life. I'm keynoting the March for Life in early January. Very much looking forward to it. He says that the biggest problem with the March for Life has to do with the near total lack of huge name promoters as the anti-abortion movement continues to be the third rail for American celebrities. That's about to change. In a few weeks, the march will be keynoted by a genuine superstar, Ben Shapiro. Well, thank you. The 34-year-old Orthodox Jew from Southern California hosts the most popular conservative podcast in the country. A pre-election special he did this fall was one of the most watched shows on cable TV the day it aired. His Daily Wire opinion news website boasts 140 million page views per month. And this guy says that many in the pro-life movement will consider this a huge get, not me. Despite Shapiro's star power and stature, I consider his appearance a serious mistake for the march, one that will move us even further from being understood as a broad-based human rights movement we need to embody in order to go from fringe to mainstream. The idea being that I am a partisan Republican or a conservative, an open conservative, and therefore it's bad for me to speak at the March for Life. So this is what he says. Trump is a buffoon, but Shapiro is helping to form the imagination of many millions of young conservatives. He also has deep relationships and regular exchanges with pro-choice members of the intellectual dark web and is one of the few pro-life public figures who is taken seriously outside the pro-life movement itself. Though I disagree with Shapiro about 60 to 70% of the time, I listen to his entertaining show regularly and consider him a very important voice for vulnerable populations. His commitment to argument and evidence represents the only chance those who lack power in our culture have to get their interests taken seriously. So what's the problem? The problem is that I'm going to be doing the podcast live, and that because the podcast is politically oriented, this is going to alienate Democrats. Honestly, if you're more alienated by my Republican politics than you are by the pro-choice movement, or if you feel that I can't be a good promoter of pro-life beliefs, that if you believe I can't be a good promoter of pro-life beliefs because I am a conservative, then I would suggest that you're making a very large mistake. When folks on the left say something that is right, it is my job to give them credit for saying something that is right. And when I say something that is